always with you it cannot be done. Do you nothing that I say?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
No, no different. Only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned.
All right, I'll give it a try.
No, try not. Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Live with courage.
What up, dudes and dudettes? This is Coach Saiful, and today we're going to talk about something really important to most teenagers. We're going to talk about self-esteem. Yep, self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Well, according to Mr. Google over here, it says, in sociology and psychology, self-esteem reflects a person's overall subjective emotional evaluation of his or her own worth. It is a judgment of oneself as well as an attitude towards the self. What does that mean? You know, that voice in your head that goes, I'm not good enough. I will never succeed. Keep on dreaming. Well, to put it simply, it just means how you feel about yourself. Do you feel that you are someone worthy? Worthy of what, you may ask? Worthy of success, worthy of love, worthy of just being friends with. Now, self-esteem is a really big issue among people. Not only teenagers, not only children, but also adults like me. I'm going to tell you more about my story in a bit, but you know, this self-esteem thing, it really got me. So I want to share with you something that someone shared with me that really made a huge difference in my life. But first, let's ask ourselves, why do we want to have a solid self-esteem? Introducing the success cycle. Now, if you look at the success cycle, you will see that it begins with potential. Every one of us has a certain amount of potential. Based on the potential that you have, you will begin taking action. The actions that you take will give you a particular result. And that begins to form a belief in you about how much you are and how much you are capable of. Now, if you really look at this success cycle, what we will realize is that there is no way out if we keep looking at the potential, because everyone has a particular set amount of potential. For example, you might be really good at studies, but you suck at soccer. Or maybe you are really good when it comes to sports, but when it comes to the classroom, you're not even in the classroom to begin with. So the key here is we want to change the belief. Do you see that? If we change the belief, what happens is that we begin to tap a bit more of our potential, no matter what our potential currently is. And when we do that, we take more action. And we take more action, we get more results. And it becomes a self-perpetuating cycle. It just becomes more and more true. However, the opposite is also true. If you believe that you are not worthy of success, you will start believing that, oh, I have less potential. And so you will take less action. And as a result, you will have less results. And it becomes, again, a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's why you want to have a very strong, a very solid self-esteem. A very solid self-esteem will indirectly give you the results that you want. So the question now becomes, how do I raise my self-esteem? How do I create a solid self-esteem? I've got the answer. But before I give you the answer, I know this is irritating. I want to start by sharing with you that there are two kinds of people, okay? The first one is what I call an internal person, and the second one is what I call an external person. So an internal person is someone who looks within and finds worth from inside. So for example, if he or she believes that he or she is an amazing person, no matter what other people on the outside is telling them, or no matter what results might tell them, they believe that they are an amazing person. Now, you probably know someone like this. Wow, boy, this time your results are very, very bad. It's okay, mom. I'm smart. I can go places. Don't worry about it. On the other hand, we have people who are external based. Now, these are the people who get their self-worth from outside. Bro, check it out, bro, check it out, bro. High score, bro, high score. Hey, the last time I got top 3 results, Huh? Awesome, huh? Awesome, right? Awesome. Now, these people, the internal and the external people, both get their self-worth differently and both have their traps. Now, to keep the story short, I'm just going to tell you that a lot of the literature, a lot of the things that you read online is going to be about focusing on the external, on getting your self-worth from the outside. Now, I suggest to you that everything begins and everything ends on the inside. You see, if you focus on the externals, you are not in control. Do you agree with me? You're not in control at all. Whatever happens on the outside, if let's say you fail, you will begin feeling bad about yourself. One of the things that I really battle with is my weight. I began as a very fat kid. I was 1.55 meters tall. I was 60 kilograms heavy and I was really overweight. Every single day I had to sit in between 2 canteens where teachers had to make sure that I was not eating the wrong things. And that really ostracized me, that really stopped me from meeting all my friends, and it was really, really bad for my self-esteem. Until today, my self-esteem is very strongly connected to how I look like on the outside. Now, as sad as that sounds, that's something that I have to work on. So here's what I stumbled upon. Here's the piece of advice that really, really helped me along, and I'm going to pass it to you right now. So if you remember in the video, Master Yoda said, "Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try." Do what you say you're gonna do. Do what you promise others. And do what you promise yourself. I repeat, do what you say you're gonna do. Do what you promise others. And do what you promise yourself. The most important part of this is that you have to keep promises to yourself. Because we all know how easy it is to say something, to promise ourselves something and not do anything about it, because you know what? Nobody else in the world knows. But guess what? Every single time we don't keep a promise to ourselves, our self-esteem goes down. Why is that so? Because we expected to be here, but we didn't do it and we went down here. And as a result, we have a deficit. We have a negative self-esteem. Now that is why in my programs, I always tell all my students, do not ever be late. Because every time you are late, every single time you are late, what happens is that you made a promise to a friend, you were late, you just had a negative self-esteem. Your self-esteem just went down by like a point. And well, mostly because I don't like to wait for people. Right now, at the age of 27, I'm battling with weight issues. I actually won this health promotion board's program called Lose to Win, Singapore's 1 million kg challenge. I won a MacBook, I won an iPad, I won an iPhone, because I was one of those who actually lost a lot of weight. I went from 99 kilograms all the way down to like 80 plus, and that was amazing. But the moment I got that validation, remember, external, right? What happened was I began to just stop doing all the things like exercising. I began to start eating junk food all the time, and as a result, my weight went back all the way up. And right now, I'm not proud of it, but I'm back to like 97 kilograms. And as a result, my self-esteem really went down because my expectation is here and I'm like right down there. You can't even see my hand right now. But what I found is that my self-esteem always goes up if I keep my own promises. So for example, if I said that I'm going to work out for 90 days non-stop and I freaking did it, you know what? My self-esteem just went up by like 90 points. You know why? Because I keep my promises. I kept my promises and I make sure that I did it. Alright, and we are at the end of this video. I just want you to leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about this. Will it help? Does it help you? I don't know. I hope it does because I really spend a lot of time doing this. If you please like my page on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Until then, live with courage.